Ever since Dante's Inferno, men have been fascinated by versions of purgatory, and specifically by that colorful chap who runs it. Satan, Lucifer, or whatever you want to call him. There have been many versions of the devil, yet he's always looked about the same. But time marches on. Progress brings change, and there's no reason to believe that Mr. Lucifer has not progressed with the times. Perhaps even moved out of the sweatshop conditions he operated in for so long, to cleaner, air-conditioned headquarters, like a modern building on, let's say, Madison Avenue. Tonight's story is an allegory of what else? Good and evil. The good is represented by this lovely couple in Coldport, Connecticut, Jenny and Tom Logan. The evil is represented by that chap coming in, Mr. Lucifer himself. Doesn't look very evil, does he? Wait, it's just a disguise, of which he has many. Miss Hecate, how many times have I told you not to appear in that ridiculous costume? You look like an old Schubert musical comedy.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Lucifer. It's just that I get so homesick for the good old days. After all, I was a legitimate moon goddess.
Iris, if you don't like it here, you can always go back to the Brimstone division. No smoking, no coffee break.
Oh, no, please. Please, Mr. Lucifer, don't do anything rash.
And no mirror in the ladies' room.
No, I'll conform. I promise I'll try.
Then get out of here and put on something sensible. And tell the senior vice presidents I want a top-level conference in my office at once.
Yes, sir.
This is a blue sheet memo for the entire organization. Paragraph. It has come to my attention that some of the junior fiends have been accepting Christmas gifts. This is totally opposed to our policy. All such gifts must be handed into the mail department for return by the 15th of the month. Paragraph. Research on the 7 deadly sins has revealed that...
Excuse me, sir. Mr. Beelzebub, Mr. Belial, Mr. Malik, and Mr. Manners.
Hi, Chief. Good to see you again, sir.
Chief, my research group has come up with a gimmick on fallout shelters. We test marketed it in Waukegan, and I sort of thought if we could run it up the flagpole and see what makes it... Well, I was just thinking out loud, Chief.
Mammon, since when has the payroll department been backing Broadway shows?
Well, lots of business around there, Chief. You know, crazy actors, producers going broke, trouble with the unions.
And there's this little girl you know.
And there's this little girl I know.
No more backing shows, Mammon. We are not angels.
Yeah, boss. We've got this new subliminal approach to sin we tried in the L.A. area. It's the greatest thing since Beelzebub invented flies.
I invented flies.
Chief, I swear I never took credit for the fly bit. Mosquitoes, yes, but not flies.
Quiet.
Something bugging you, Chief?
I'll tell you what's bugging me. A certain individual by the name of Thomas Francis Logan.
Who he?
The most dangerous man of the year.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Beelzebub, you haven't pulled your weight in this organization since the time you didn't invent flies.
Now, Chief, I said I...
Pay attention, all of you. There he is, Thomas Francis Logan.
This is the most dangerous man of the year?
Yes, gentlemen. That's the man we've got to get in this fiscal period or go out of business. Watch carefully, gentlemen.
Oh, yes, we'll do with you.
Thomas Francis Logan, Orchard Road, Coalport, Connecticut. Age 30, architect in the firm of Roylott, Grimsby, and Poker. Married to Genevieve Foster Logan. This Boy Scout loves his wife, loves his work, loves his neighbors. He drinks and smokes in moderation. He works late hours at no extra pay. He's sincere, also trustworthy, helpful, loyal, friendly, courteous, kind.
Stop it, Chief. You're making us sick.
He came to my attention a month ago when his car broke down and he walked 4 miles through a storm to vote.
Think.
Then I checked, and I discovered he doesn't cheat on his income tax, his expense account, or his wife. He's a volunteer fireman. He's a little league umpire. He's a big brother. He's a rat fink. He's dangerous. Without realizing it, he sets the pattern for his whole community. People admire and imitate him. How would you like this plague to spread? Picture an entire country of Logans.
Oh!
He must be tempted, corrupted, and destroyed.
Listen, Chief. Corruption-wise, I've got a brainstorm. We could...
I don't need any coaching from you, Beelzebub. I know how to sell. Now then, this Logan is a typical wholesome American boy. He has all the virtues because he's never really been tried. Well, this is going to be one of those days when everything goes wrong. A solid buildup of exasperation, and he'll be a natural for temptation and the fall. Oh, I'm so sorry. I beg your pardon. Did I do that?
That's all right. Thank heaven it wasn't pink.
Terribly clumsy of me. Oh, here, let me, may I...
Oh, no, don't bother, please. It's best to use a gum eraser.
Are you an artist?
No, an architect.
Oh, I see. Oh, you've missed a spot over here.
No. That's part of the design.
Oh, I see. What is it?
It's a shopping center for a Texas client.
Oh, it's magnificent.
Thank you.
Oh, there it goes again. My sinus smog, you know. Every time I come to the city, it's the same old story. Gasoline, smoke, humidity. I wonder if you'd be kind enough to hold my nose drops.
Certainly.
Thank you very much. Oh, what have I done now? Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Did I do that? How clumsy. I had no idea my medicine was that strong. Isn't that a terrible thing? I've ruined your whole I am so. May I offer you a cigarette? I mean, I owe you something after all the inconvenience I've caused you. It's really terrible of me. I have a lighter here someplace. My wife gave it to me for Christmas. Butane, you know, it's the latest thing. They're really quite extraordinary. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm terribly sorry. That was very stupid of me, wasn't it? I'm so sorry. I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Hello, Jenny.
Hello.
What number is this, please?
This number is called the port 1122.
Well, that's the right number. Who's this?
Stein, you know, I'm a plumber here.
Well, tell Mrs. Logan her husband wants to talk to her.
There's no home. Only me. I'm a fix aqua calda. Hot the water. He's no work.
Well, look, give Mrs. Logan this message, please. Write it down. It's very important.
Okay, I'm a listen.
Tell her my shopping center designs were burned. There's a duplicate set on my desk, and she must get them to the office right away. Tell her the Texas client is... No, never mind. Just tell her I need the plans right away.
Okay, see. And then you gotta worry, honey. I'll fix everything. Okay. Goodbye, sir. Ciao.
You can't see much in that, Mr. Harkness.
No, I can't.
But I assure you, when my wife gets here with the duplicate, you'll like it.
No, sir.
You'll agree I kept the costs down.
I said no, sir.
Well, let me show you some of the features, Mr. Harkness. Now this is the pavilion, and this is the parking lot here.
What's this?
That's a hole.
A hole?
Yes, sir. You see, what happened was...
I like it.
But there's nothing there, sir.
That's why I like it. It's the best thing about it. The rest of this thing is gosh awful. How come you get a hole in my plans?
Well, sir, you see, I was on the train, and...
You got a hole in your sleeve.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What happened was...
Maybe you got a hole in your head, too.
No, sir, I'm trying to tell you. You see, there was this fellow with nose drops, and...
What fellow?
On the train. He had these nose drops, and he...
How come you use nose drops?
I don't use nose drops. You see, he was
That's
sitting
the
next...
trouble with you Yankees. You pamper yourselves all the time. Nothing but pamper. You ought to come down and breathe some of our pure Texas air. Then you wouldn't need any nose drops.
I don't take nose drops.
Don't you lie to me, sir. If ever I saw a nose drop fiend, it's you, sir.
Please, Mr. Harkness, don't make a decision until you see the final rendering. My wife will have them here shortly.
All right, sir. You call me at my hotel when you get those plans. And you better call me before 5 o'clock, because I'm leaving at 5. Not 5:05, not 5:03, not 5:01, but 5 on the nose. Nose drops.
Don't use nose drops.
Pronto. Hello.
Hello, Jenny.
Ah, Mr. Logus. Still me here. Plumber. That's all right. I'm give your wife the message. She bring you the plans. Yes, you gotta worry about her nothing. Okay, sir. Arrivederci.
Goodbye.
Iris, it's all set. Be at the Vanderhill bar at 6 o'clock. Logan will miss the 5:48 and have to wait for the 7:01. He'll be furious. He'll be sore at his wife, sore at his job. He'll hate Texas. He'll hate the world. He'll be ready.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. Nice evening, isn't it?
No.
Well, that's all according to the way you look at it. Dow Jones averages up 5 points. Or doesn't that interest you?
No.
The Yankees won a doubleheader. Doesn't that interest you?
No.
I see. Something for a rough day in the shop, huh?
Cyanide.
Oh, I've got something much more lethal. Leave it to me, sir.
dark, handsome dream man. Miss your silly old choo-choo train? So did I.
No, no, no.
What's the matter, Mr. Lucifer?
Idiot, that's not his type. He goes for the clean-cut intellectual girl. The kind that wears blue jeans and walks in the rain. Now go and change.
Oh!
How'd you like the drink, sir?
Well, I feel more like I do now than when I first got in here. I'll have another.
Careful, sir. Only 12 to a customer.
Good evening.
Good evening, Miss Haynes.
Martini, please. Very dry.
Extra dry martini.
Miss, excuse me.
Sorry. I have a light. There's the time. I know all the jokes and I like to drink alone.
No, please don't misunderstand. It's your earrings.
Yes.
They're Phi Beta Kappa keys.
You recognize them? There's someone in this town who actually knows what Phi Beta Kappa means?
Oh, I'm absolutely staggered. How did you get hold of them?
Well, when I went away to college, Dad showed me his and said if you can match this, she'll have a pair. It was a challenge.
Well, what school did you go to?
Radcliffe.
And what did you major in?
Classic mythology. I did my thesis on Hecate, the moon goddess. I always thought it was rather unfair when the Christian era turned her into a demon. But in mythology, that's the way the banana splits.
Then you really did earn your key.
Oh, you thought I was putting you on?
Well, you can't blame me. I mean, for a pretty girl to actually...
Actually, what? You mean girls can't be bright?
Well, no. What I mean is pretty girls usually aren't interested in... digging myself in deeper, huh?
Yes.
I'm getting the worst of this. Unconditional surrender.
You haven't had much experience with women, have you?
Well, no man likes to admit that.
Probably married young. You sound disillusioned.
Well, I'm pretty sore at her. She let me down.
Oh, how?
Too sore to talk about it.
Well, don't hold marriage against her. It's not her fault.
No?
Did you ever read the Disraeli novels?
I thought he dug the Suez Canal.
Only in his spare time. He once wrote, I've always thought that every woman should marry and no man.
Well, I'll vote for him.
He's out of politics.
Well, then I'll vote for you.
I'm not running for anything.
You're unique.
No. I just play boys' rules.
Oh, well, now you're a miracle.
So you think I'm pretty?
How do I answer that?
Well, you don't if you've got any sense. It's just the girl in me making flirt talk with an attractive man. Sometimes she gives me a pain.
I like her. What's her name?
Iris. Iris Haynes.
Well, tell her I'm Tom Logan.
She says, hi, Tom.
Tell her no, let's cut out the middleman. Bartender, another round. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, for the first time, I felt trapped. I mean, here I am, knocking myself out for Roylott, Grimsby, and Poker, designing shopping centers. Who needs it?
Let's face it, Tom, you're on a treadmill.
You're so right. All I really wanted was to design boats and sail them. The Bermuda Cup, the Ensenada, even the America Cup. That's just kid stuff.
No, that's not kid stuff. I love boats.
Would they have to know?
Well, Tom wouldn't dream of cheating.
I see. Is he well paid?
No. He does nothing to bring home extra money.
Well, how can he?
Oh, surely you understand. Silly design under the counter, so to speak. Little odd job after hours. How is it called?
Moonlighting.
Merci, Imogen. Your English improves at an astonishing rate.
But that sort of thing would be dishonest.
I see. You prefer to remain poor but honest. Admirable. Tell me more about yourself, madame.
It is said you write a novel in your spare time. No? Oui? Only when it rains. And you design your own wardrobe? Only when we're broke.
That is all you do?
What do you mean?
Madam, you have told me your husband does nothing to bring home extra money. Surely a clever girl like you could do many wonderful things. Oui.
That's an odd sort of question.
I am an odd sort of man.
Oh, there's Tom now. Excuse me, I'll just take these inside. Watch his face. After he's seen your rolls and then he sees your secretary, he won't know which one to fall in love with first. Hi, darling.
Oh, hi, everybody. Well, what have I been missing?
This is our new neighbor, Monsieur Edouard Laurent.
How do you do, sir?
Enchanté, monsieur.
And his secretary, Mademoiselle Imogen. Hello?
She is still practicing her English.
Oh. But haven't we met somewhere? What's been going on around here? Looks like a Roman orgy.
No, the orgy takes place tonight. I give myself the pleasure of inviting you to your housewarming.
My housewarming?
You can't be serious.
You have lived here 2 months. It is about time. I will furnish the wine, women, and song. Did I not tell you, madame? I am an odd sort of man. To try again, madame.
Oh, I'd love to, but I'm starving.
Ah, oui. We must restore our strength first. Come, we try the buffet.
Hello?
Well, I am in charge of gluttony, Chief.
Imogene, I have the funny feeling that we've met somewhere.
Ah, no, monsieur, c'est impossible. I have never been in this country before.
Well, somehow I associate you with college, a college dance maybe.
I know. I have never been to college.
Are you sure?
Ah, oui? It has always been the great regret of my life. I have always wanted to go to an American college.
Anyone in particular?
Ah, oui?
Which?
West Point.
Ah, oui. This is perfect. Here we can be private. We can talk. Allow me. I'm expert at this. Won't you make yourself comfortable? I started my career working in the Marriott Chapeau in Dijon. Do you know the restaurant? It is one of the world's greats. I started as a piccolo. You call him busboy. And now I own the place.
Oh, that's the secret of your wealth. I was wondering.
Oh, no, madame. No, nobody make money on a really good restaurant. I bought it for nostalgia. It was there I was trained in the world and also how to serve a lovely lady. Voila.
And now show me how you entertain a lady.
Never with the story of one's life. Shall I tell you the secret of a conquest?
Oh, please.
It is in one word. Just listen.
For men and women alike?
Alike.
But if both are conquesting, then it must be very quiet.
The silence of the lovers. But since I have no designs on you, I can talk.
Well, I don't know if that's a compliment.
Oh, oui. It is far easier to make love than conversation.
Well, that leaves me in doubt, too. You are an odd sort, Monsieur Laurent.
Hélas, that is the price one pays for having money. Eccentricité.
Are you very rich?
Filthy.
And eccentric?
Lunatic. It is all that is left to me to satisfy the whims of the curves. Presently, I have a whim about your husband. That is why we are here. Listen carefully, madame. I am about to make you a very odd offer. Madame, I have fallen madly in love with your husband's yacht for blue water racing.
The sloop?
I must have her. I wish to purchase the design.
Oh, well, that's impossible. I told you Tommy's not permitted to do any outside work.
The contract with Roulotte, Grimsby and Poker. The firm need never know. It can be arranged.
Oh, well, that yacht is Tommy's special private dream. He'd never sell it.
But I am not asking him to sell. I am asking you.
Me? Oh, well, that's absurd.
How absurd. After all, he has made many designs, has he not? How many? 20, 30, 40?
At least.
Select a few from his portfolio. They will never be missed. Bring them to me, I will purchase them. I will pay you, what is money to a rich man's whim? I will pay you $50,000.
50,000?
It is not enough?
You can't be serious.
No?
Good heavens. Never seen so much cash in all my life.
Take it.
How much is there here?
$50,000, madame. A nice round number, no?
You're a darling, Monsieur Laurent. And you have showed me how to entertain a lady adorably. Now, if you'll forgive me, I have to get back to my guest.
How'd it go with Logan?
Well, all I can say is they don't make men like they used to when I was a moon goddess.
Oh, don't worry about that square. I'll take care of him. I've got her right where I want her.
You have? How?
Strictly soft sell. She tried to laugh it off, but I've got her trapped in the jewelry store without a credit card. Tomorrow, I'm going to put the final pressure on both of them. And then...
Mr. Lucifer, when they made you, they broke the mold.
Bonjour, madame.
Oh, bonjour, monsieur. Oh, wasn't it a lovely party last night? I just can't thank you enough.
I have come to help with the dishes.
Oh, now, don't tease me. I was so embarrassed when your staff arrived this morning. I didn't know what to do.
Pourquoi? This is their work. This is what they are best fitted for.
You're much too generous.
No, merely you slept well.
Blissfully.
Congratulations. Myself, I did not sleep at all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Perhaps you thought I was amusing you last night in our little tete-a-tete. I can assure you, madame, I was not. I was in deadly earnest. Madame, I must have that yacht. Until I have her, I will not sleep, nor eat. I beg of you, accommodate me in this matter.
But I can't. You know I can't.
Think, Mrs. Logan, of all the things you want for yourself and your husband. Think of all the little luxuries in life that make it worthwhile.
Oh, please stop, Monsieur Laurent. Must you tempt me this way?
I'm afraid I must. Remember, temptation is as old as the Garden of Eden.
But it's strange and new to me.
Then take my advice. If you haven't tried it, don't knock it.
Hi.
Just put the orchids over there.
What?
Tom, darling, it's you. I must have been in a trance.
Well, on you it's becoming.
Bloodshot. How many drinks at lunch?
One.
Tongue? Not too bad. But you look exhausted, love.
I am.
Too much party last night?
No, too much Grimsby today.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, he ate me out. The Texas client was raising Cain, and he chewed me out.
I don't see how you stand it. You're a hero.
I'm chicken. If I had any guts, I'd quit.
Go ahead, I'm on your team.
No, I can't, Jenny. I can't stand the idea of them owning my work after I quit.
What we need is a good fairy. You know, the kind that leads you to a buried treasure. Not an enormous treasure, just a dear little treasure. Say around $50,000.
Buried treasure in Connecticut? Not a chance.
You can find a treasure in your own attic.
We don't have an attic.
Well, it could be in rare stamps on old letters, or furniture, or first editions, or pictures.
Well, that lets us out.
Well, how do you know for sure? Suppose I told you that we owned a picture worth $50,000.
Sweetheart, you're scaring me. Now, what's up?
And we could sell it if
What?
If you're willing to moonlight a little bit.
Jenny.
Well, a girl can dream, can't she?
Darling, cheating the firm means only one thing. Design. Somebody wants to buy my designs. Who?
Edouard Laurent,
Which?
the yacht.
How did he see it?
I was showing off.
Nobody ever paid that kind of money for a yacht design.
He's filthy rich, and he's got his heart set on it.
Do you want me to?
Oh, I am tempted, Tom. I've been tempted all day. It's killing me. So much money, look.
Have you counted it?
No. I've counted the blessings it'll bring, and... Well, I'm so mixed up, I don't know what to do. It's up to you, Tom.
You put it up to me?
Oh, no. We share the responsibility. Even Stephen. You make the decision.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. After what happened with Grimsby today, I asked myself, how long am I going to go on being a nice, honest schnook? Why don't I grab what I can get and ask no questions? Other people do.
Well, not all.
Yeah, but some, so why not me? I don't know. I have to think about it, Jenny. Gotta think it through.
Now, you listen here, Grimsby. That fella you put on my shopping center deal is pure nincompoop. Yeah, that's him, Logan. Why, he's so dumb he couldn't hit the floor with his hat in 3 tries. He couldn't find his nose with both hands. I want you to know that I'm teetotally dissatisfied with you and him, and I'm canceling the deal. You hear that? It's off. And you are out, sir. That's what I said. You are out. Goodbye, sir.
Oh, bravo, Mr. Lucifer.
The final pressure on Logan. I've got him. We've got them both. It's a triumph. You know, I dig that Texas accent. I ought to use it more often.
Lots of business up there, Chief.
Yes, sir. This is one of my toughest fights. All I needed for Eve was the apple. But this was a classic. Iris, I want you to have the whole case printed up and bound in Morocco for the permanent reference.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I better get to Coalport and collect. I've got him. Iris, I'm a genius.
You can say that again, Mr. Lucifer.
No, you say it this time.
You're a genius.
Thank you.
All right, Jenny, I've decided. You want to hear how I figure it?
Go ahead.
Grimsby is tough.
Right.
Treats me like dirt.
Right.
Signed me to a slave contract
He did?
for practically no money.
None at all.
But I still believe in him.
You what?
Now, please listen. He is putting me through a tough apprenticeship, but it's for my own good. He wouldn't be doing it if he didn't believe in me. He's trying to help me. He's loyal to me, Jenny, and I can't let him down.
Then the answer is no? Tommy, I'm kind of glad.
Hello. Oh, hello, Mr. Grimsby. I wanted to apologize for getting sore this afternoon, Mr. Grimsby. Sir? But, Mr. Grimsby. Yes, sir. Good night, Mr. Grimsby.
Don't tell me that was Mr. Grimsby, who believes in you, who's helping you, who's loyal to you, who...
Just fired me.
Who what?
The shopping center contract was canceled, and he fired me.
Tom, you're sure? He fired you?
Positive.
Yay!
What is the matter with you? Are you sick or something?
Don't you understand? You didn't quit. They fired you. They kicked you out.
I know.
Well, you crazy mixed-up artist, don't you know anything about your own contract? You're free. The firm doesn't own you anymore. They can't. Not if they fired you.
You're kidding.
You're free, Tom, and you have got your first client for $50,000, strictly legitimate. Oh, you're in business, son.
Do I intrude? The door was open. I took the liberty.
And that's the man who made the whole thing possible.
I knew what your answer would be. I am never wrong.
Oh, but you are this time. Wonderfully wrong. Tom was fired. The deal is legitimate, no cheating. Do you know what you've done, you darling? You have set Tom up in business, and you've kept him pure and honest. You're our good fairy, our patron saint. You're an angel from heaven.
Disgusting exhibition.
It's kind of sweet in a way.
Iris, I want no record of this kept in the files. It must never be mentioned again. The case is closed.
Well, Can't win them all, Mr. Lucifer.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, Mr. Mammon in accounting wants to know what to do about that $50,000.
Juggle the books. We've done it before, we can do it again.